your full set list of what you can expect from the Chronicles, the Story of White deck. Make sure you guys smash the ever-living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So this is going to be the 50 card deck that you are going to be getting. Now, on the TCG side of things, we don't know which cards are going to be Starlight Rare, but if I had to make an educated guess here, I would assume that it would be the new arts that we would be receiving within this set. You know, it makes sense that they would want the opportunity for you to be able to enjoy these alt arts while also being able to enjoy the product. Now, the first couple of cards, I mean, you gotta remember, this is an Albaz themed sort of product. You know, and I know there's a lot of people that are like, well, I don't want to spend the $20 price point for this product. Well, first of all, if $20 is too much for you, you're missing out on a lot of good reprints in here. And that's kind of the crazy thing to me. It's like the prices on some of these cards in their actual forms actually like far surpass the cost of this deck, which is a very important thing to know. And also, we're not getting those alt arts. Those luxury rares that came in Rarity Collection 4, you know, the Fallen of Albaz, the Incredible Ecclesia, the Aluber, in the Quem, these are not cards that you are going to be able to get in this set. Unfortunately, you're going to have to backpedal to that set. But once again, those are luxury style rarities, which is exactly what Konami wanted to do with that sort of product. So those alt arts will not be obtainium in here, which I guess you could say is a little bit of a trade-off. But instead, you know, in the TCG version of the deck, everything in this deck will be hollow that you're seeing on your master list here. Now, your first line of cards here, the only real major ones that are going to come out and stick to you are going to be, one, the Blazing Cartesia, because I don't know if you know this or not, but as of filming this, Blazing Cartesia has been bouncing around like the $8 price point for every single version. So of your $20 investment for this product on actual values before the release of this deck, your first card is going to cost you about $8. Okay, well, that's not necessarily too crazy, but your next one, I mean, Quem is probably another one that's going to traditionally stick out to you as a card, because I think most Quems were like maybe $2. She wasn't necessarily a very crazy card. Okay, excuse me, Quems were dollars, but you're also going to see that nice little Bestial sitting over there in the corner. Your lowest Bestial for Lubellion has been $11 per copy. Now, there's not necessarily anything right now in the game that's really abusing Lubellion, but that doesn't stop people from traditionally looking at Lubellion and going, wow, you know, this card is very good. So your first major two headers are the Blazing Cartesia for splashability and Draco Tail, and Lubellion just for being a Bestial. Now you go down to line 2 here. Magna Hut, Druis Worm, and Saronir. We'll put your Bestial package. I mean, Druis Worms have been like 4s, Saronirs have been 3s, and Magna Hut's been $1, $2. So you've automatically at $27 worth of value. And also, if you are a new player getting into the game, I need to remind you, Bestials are essentially must-haves at this point. These are cards that are very, very good. Also, I don't know if you know this or not, but Fleur de Lis here is an outlier on the market, because her original print, she's kind of been shorted on printings, which is kind of a sad thing to say, because she's been like a $12 secret rare. Actually, she's been more than that. Her secret rare right now is down to $8 because of the reprints coming, and then I believe her altar has been like $3 to $4. So we'll go and put that in $3 for that. Maximus, same thing, solid dollar card. Oh wait, you're getting a Nibiru in here as well, plus $3 for Nib. All right, and then you do get your first new card on this line, the Virtuous and the Fallen. Card usually ends up being, it's new. We'll see where it goes. Now let's dip down to line 3. Fusion, Deployment, Nadir Servant, Triple Tactics Thrust. Well, first of all, Nadir Servant, very, very good card, but it's got a good couple of printings already on the market. If you're coming into this product, you already got a rarity collection print. So, I mean, those were already, actually, they were about $1 a copy. So, okay, program in your one. So, Triple Tactics Thrust. This has been a $12 card for its life up to this point. And, that's on the bare minimum, by the way. Thrust is one of the most powerful modern era Yu-Gi-Oh cards printed, because this stupid thing gives you immediate access to any spell card to effectively try to break your opponent's board. I mean, the Tri-Brigade Altar, people might not covet it as much, but that's okay. It's more availability. Same thing out here with the fusion deployment. You got a lot of cool, fun decks that want fusion deployment, and now you'll be able to play the Blazing Cartesia trying to abduct Fallen of Albaz art. All right, and we'll put in fusion deployment as a solid dollar card for its OG print, just for the sake of what you're expecting here. Now we go on down to line 4. Well, every Super Poly underneath the sun is a $3 to $4 card. We'll put it in at 3, but Super Poly, for its board-breaking prowess, has made it one of the best and most solid cards, especially as you're heading into Genesis format right now. People, this is crazy to me. Straight out of this deck, you're able to pick up a card that you need to literally play Konami's new format, and that's not even talking about everything else that's already dancing around this. Now, we come over to the Black Goat Laughs. Black Goat Laughs has been $10 a copy for quite a while now. This card is one of the best counter cards. If you have a discard outlet, you're able to specifically name a card. Now, if you don't know the name of the card, you can basically describe it. It's a nice little thing that the judges give you the capability of doing, which definitely helps out a lot. And I think being able to have that ability to kind of work around, maybe if you're not too familiar with things, is very, very solid. So they actually kind of give you that. And you also get a Dogmatica Punishment in here as well. Another solid card for the Genesis format. Now I want to backtrack up here. I didn't mention the Ecclesia alt art. We're just going to leave a nod to that because she also did get QC art, so she's pretty cheap. So that brings us down to the extra deck line. Most things down here in the extra deck are... Titaniclad's got a $20 higher rarity now because it's been bought out into oblivion, but that doesn't matter here. Grand Guiganol, basically, what, $2 a copy? We'll say on the bare minimum. Alba Lenitis was already kind of worth it a little bit for the cheaper copy. It was like $1. But everything available in your extra deck down here is already going to be very, very easily accessible and very, very cheap. So just off of those cards I mentioned alone, based off of pricing as of filming this today, that is $63. All right. That means that you are getting, just off of my bare bad math off TCG Player, you're getting $63 worth of cards for $60. And that's not even including the Albaz, Incredible Ecclesia, the Mercurier, the Despia stuff in here. But your trade-off is if you're picking this up and you're like, I want to build a branded deck, the Blue Walleth is not in here. You are missing, there's little bits of components that I would recommend that you approach when, wanting to build this. But if you're just building this as like a casual player, like I can get Bestials, I can get Blazing Cartesias, I can get my Black Goat Laughs and my Triple Tactics Thrust on the staple side of things, that's good. But if you're looking at building branded, there is going to be an additional DLC cost that you're going to need besides having to pick up 3 of these. So, basically, you're looking at $180 worth of cards for $60, basically being marketed to you based off of current values. Now, obviously, once reprints hit, things will drop. But the point of me making this video is stop saying this is a terrible product, because monetary value here versus current cost is completely different. It's so worth it to get these cards in your hands. I don't know why you're upset about this. It doesn't make sense. Maybe you wanted the old arts? Sure. I'm sure somebody will, you can trade some of these Thrust to get altars. Maybe somebody's interested in that. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing that sort of trade. It'll happen. But that is what we're looking at for the story of White. So please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.